Since the last episode, I've gotten a lot more upgrades, and I've also taken a cartographer out for this next run. So I will have every one of the very special rooms unlocked right away, with a whole bunch of good artifacts ready to be taken. Although one of them is going to be cursed. Two of them, I guess, technically, but the trial of... I can't even remember what it's called. The one that looks like a fruit or whatever just requires you to find some sort of consumable and then use that to purify it. That's as easy as just going around to each one of the entrances to the areas and trying to... Oh, yeah, not this one, though. Going around to each one of the entrances to the areas, breaking all the objects, trying to find at least, like, a bottle of water, and then there, you're done. It's actually a very easy way to get a lot of extra... health and mana, just right off the bat. But where's the actual cursed one I'm looking for? Yes, you. And as much as I would like Catalyst again, because one of the other artifacts that I have here is a thing that will give me a lot of poison every single time I hit an enemy, I do think that a 50 extra resolve is going to be pretty useful, I think. It all depends on if I can kill, 10 enemies before getting hit once, which is not the hardest thing to do or anything, but I don't know, it's still scary. Okay, fine. Oh, it's not even that scary. It's just, look, and here's the thing. If I fail at this, don't worry. That just means that you won't see the rest of this episode. After all, the magic of video editing and all that. But still, though. All right, 10 enemies. I'm already 30%. 30% done here. So come on, this shouldn't be difficult. Also, I shouldn't be destroying this because, like I said, I do have one other cursed item to be purifying here. This is just the one that's the scariest. And there's other. We're going to be getting at least one of every single cursed items here. The only one remaining is going to be the Trial of Karen, which just gives you extra money. But here, I'm looking for maximum power. Kind of did a almost full exploration of the castle last time, and that means that, there's not really... maybe not. There's not really too much else that we really want to look at right now, aside from going into at least the Sun Tower, which, by the way, that was the one thing that I didn't search out with the... Oh, boy. That was the one thing I didn't search out with the Spelunker, just because I wanted to keep that entirely fresh and open and kind of a new experience, because... haven't been there yet. Ugh, I hate all of this. Okay. Skeleman. But just one more. Also, you might notice that I did switch out the weapon for the leather sword for just a little bit of extra. There we go. For just a little bit of extra resolve on top of everything else. That's why I have 330 instead of 300 total. Yeah, it doesn't matter now. I'll take all the damage here. That means that I will be able to just take tons and tons and tons of I keep calling them artifacts, relics, over the course of this run without ever going below 100% health. At least that's the idea. We'll see kind of how it goes, if I happen to find, say, 2 Hyperion rings or something, because that can happen. Quite expensive, but also very worthwhile. Also good spawns here, on top of everything else. Just point that one out right now. Not you. Which one was it? Now? Because I do remember that it was somewhere in here that I'm going to take a lot of damage if I get hit by this guy, but it's probably fine. Famous last words, but that's whatever. Okay. Just make sure that the explosions don't get me here. After all, I'm still really low on all of the ore and, other consumable items that I need to make all the armor that I eventually want. Because there is still quite a bit of it to unlock, and although at one point in time I had like 300,000... No, wait, not this one. 300,000 of the the ore around here. At this point in time, I have spent all of it because I've unlocked, what is it, 9 levels of armor, and then that applies to each piece of armor for each set of armor. That's why I keep continuously getting all of these upgrades from each one of the... Oh god, do I even want to go over here? Yes, but like, also factually no. For obvious reasons. Every time I seem to open a chest, I always get a blueprint. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. I do want eventually all of those upgrades, I suppose. Still plenty of them that I haven't even seen the 3rd level of. Because the 3rd level, of course... No, still not you. I mean, I'll take this, of course. That's just 10% extra crit chance. And then they're usually something different than what the rest of the outfit does. I think I showed in the last episode the blood outfit gives you damage return instead of just, you know, an increasing amount of life steal. So it's definitely worthwhile to see what else I might be, what other cool stuff I can get by upgrading each one of the armors. It's just extremely, extraordinarily expensive. Kill a few enemies here purely for the health gain and nothing else. To be honest, when I was doing the cartographer, I probably should have just taken all of the chests and everything that I possibly could, because after all, I'm not really going to be getting a lot of extra money with this character. This character's a fighting character. They're not a money character. That's what you do with, like... Well, not even Pacifist. Pacifist has such a hefty detriment to the amount of health they have that it's almost not even worthwhile taking them out. Even if you do have, like, I don't know, Architect giving you a weapon right away. Great. This is a terrible area for you know, the extra hard mode version of it, too. Say that one right now. I want to say this is it, right? It's not. What was the one that... I swear it was somewhere around here. Maybe not? Maybe it's in the Stygian place? Well, I guess I'll go check back up there. Maybe I'm... well, here's the thing. Look, I don't need to remember everything from the previous run. I just need to have unlocked each one of the teleporters, of course. So I can go from here, I suppose, instead, and that'll be just as easy, right? At least I can only hope. I have also seen at one point in time, I remember, for whatever reason, one of the... I think it was the same trial artifact that I'm looking for here just kind of seemingly disappeared after using the... Yeah. That was close. After using the Architect. I have no idea, though. No, these are boxing gloves. That's not quite what I'm looking for. A little bit too weak to be as useful as I want to be. Okay, come on now. Well, I suppose the only other area that I have unlocked right now is... Wait, way down here. Actually, there's one more. Yes, and even at this late point in time in Rogue Legacy, I am still running directly into the paintings whenever given the opportunity. Probably a good reason why I'm not going to be doing, you know, cursed item shenanigans in this particular area. That combined with the fact that it is just a significantly tougher area as well. Looking good. Oh, I suppose there's also the lake. I haven't looked at the lake yet. But, yo, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, there's 3 of those already. And I think I even have 1 more ready to go, and that's on top of also eventually getting the poison. This should be a very powerful run by the end of it. Which is good because, you know, a very powerful run. There you are. Although this wouldn't be bad either. Like, I already have a critical damage increasing, but, you know, or 500 extra health, which is like 2 hits, but still. Okay, maybe it would be worthwhile to have just taken the extra critical damage. I mean, I don't really have a way to guarantee that just yet. Soon enough, I'm sure, but not just yet. All right, in the meantime, Come on, there's so many breakable objects at each one of the entrances to places, and you only need one. When I started the game, it was 2. There you go. And now it's only 1. Like, come on, it should be easy. And I guess I'll just go over to Axis, which I never really look at when I got Cartographer because it's such a straightforward area regardless. Like, it doesn't really matter if you go through here and scout it out or not. You're going to be doing pretty much a full run if you're looking through regardless. And, you know, not taking character out here means that many more things that I won't accidentally break for future dudes. Speaking of future dudes, actually, I know, not quite what I'm looking for either. Speaking of future dudes, actually, one of the runs that I had yesterday, played a bunch of the game, getting some more upgrades and money. Finally had the highest cash run that I've had so far with over 1 million. And then also used the Future Successors bargain to get even more on top of that. But at the same time, there's so very many upgrades that I have right now that getting a, you know, $1.3 million worth of stuff still doesn't really feel that much different from the character that I was playing before. There is a point where you're just kind of getting stats, and that's a little bit less bombastic than, you know, a lot of the other upgrades you can get early on. For example, new classes and whatnot. Okay, well, probably shouldn't even be messing around with that. I'm looking for the purple question marks. Those are the ones I want to see. It's also, I still like that it is just very clear at this point in time. I can very easily see when you have the special areas, because they all kind of look the same. Okay, sure, whatever. Maybe this will be an easy way to fully heal up. Maybe it'll be an easy way just to, I don't know, do something else. By the way, I did happen to take out the... take a clown out to this area so that I could finally get to the top and see whatever that NPC that people were telling me was about. It is an eggplant. Which, to be fair, that was foreshadowed way long ago in the game, where Lamecca was talking about how, I guess Enoch, using his incredible magic powers, was bringing eggplants to life. And I guess that was one of them. What's he doing here? Couldn't tell you. But, yeah, just kind of hanging out in the challenge rift. Actually, he's back in the home camp now, which should probably go show here. Well, significantly easier to take those things out when you have, you know... No, zombies, that's fine. Significantly easier to take those guys out when you have a wall you're pushing them right up against. By the way, one of the things you can't really see normally in the game is when zombies spawn in, which they're like little seeds that drop into the ground and then sprout up into a full zombie when they spawn from those portals. It's weird looking. I guess maybe they're not actually undead things, but I don't know, some other creature with a very weird type of reproductive cycle. Anyway, still look around here. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't been getting as many blueprints as I have before. I guess maybe I'm finally getting to the point where at least the early level stuff is really getting, you know, has just been cleared out, and I just need to go unlock it, which, of course, I'm still struggling right now to even get the resources to do so. Sure, why not? And, oh, it's this one, though, where you fight a mini-boss instead. There are 2 different varieties. I mean, well, there are a couple of varieties, I suppose. You know, multiple rooms, single room. And, you know, you also get, like, mini-boss stuff, which I feel like are always kind of the most difficult ones to do, just because you get very impatient more than anything else. I got a lot of health. I don't really see these things anywhere else. Maybe if I eventually did enough New Game Plusin'. I told you get impatient. Enough New Game Plusin'. these things would eventually just become normal enemies, but not yet. Again, just impatience. Impatience is going to be my downfall here. It's not even hubris this time, for God's sake. But you know, talking again about like the million gold or whatever, these things are like level 800. I'm level 945. Yeah. What can I say? I enjoy the game. It is one that I have been playing in my off time an awful lot. Just because I do quite like how it plays and the general flow of things. Still find it amazing that, yeah, Rogue Legacy, you know, a game I would say probably mostly notable for being, you know, like a precursor, historical value, maybe more than being super great to play these days, has such a good sequel. It's like, man, they really just took everything from the first game and just made it a lot better. I mean, I talked about that a lot during the end of the new game playthrough, but just think it bears repeating because I just find it incredible that this is the case. Even worthwhile. Well, I mean, it does drop ore, and I do need that ore. Gotta go find the... I think it must be down the lake, wherever I left the... Yeah, there we go. Wherever I left that, the scorpion relic. Because, yeah, I could use it right now. Get 60% extra damage on every hit that I do. It would be pretty nice. Also, something that I would not turn down is a replacement for the spell. Obviously, previously I was using the Thunderstorm spell a lot. But since this character is not one of the special locked-in ones, doesn't quite have the same amount of... Just getting a little bit of gold there. Doesn't quite have the same amount of, you know, customizability in terms of... Well, that was so close, and then I got hit anyway. Cool. Whatever, it's fine. As much as I would like that stuff. Again, because runes I also don't have enough stuff for. I could be getting a good two, maybe even 3 more lifesteal runes, but... God, I need so much of the red aether. I believe it's called. Ah. All right. Okay. Not really as much stuff here as I was kind of hoping for. Got like one area left, and if I don't see any special areas in there, I'm probably just gonna leave. Like I said, this is not really a money collecting run. Might turn this into a money collecting run episode if I completely fail to fight all the bosses again, but I feel pretty good about this one. We'll see how that actually turns out, though, because feelings don't mean anything when it comes down to it. Okay. There we go. And I'm still not really planning it. You know what? Let's just go. Let's just go. Get like a little bit of extra health there from killing the enemies, but that's not really as important as trying to, you know, find more things to buff up the character. All right, well, that's not a special area, I suppose, but it is a chance at more runes, and they did just talk about how much I need more stuff and whatever. Let's just do it. I mean, really, the Thundercloud isn't as useful. Okay, trying to go for parries here. It's not working. Thundercloud isn't as useful on the knight character after all, because by doing parries, you do already get vulnerable. And that is pretty effective just by itself. Though it's significantly less frequent, you know? That's why stuff like getting the extra critical damage wasn't as critical to the run. Because you can only parry so many things. Well, like what, a 7-second cooldown or so? Okay. Like that. And what do you got? Is it at least one that I won't completely... we'll see how this one goes. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. So I didn't realize that petered out so quickly. I was thinking it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this one I can definitely do with the tools at hand. Not even close. Okay, start from the beginning here, I suppose. And then see if because there's not nearly as many teleporters in here as I would like, after all. Okay, maybe go take another try at the old, these things. I hate these stupid fairy chest things. It was just like this in the original game too. They're very difficult sort of challenges, seemingly. At least this time I suppose I don't have like the no looking at the chest sort of thing. Oh yeah, no, this one, no, I can't. Would need some other something else. I don't even know what. But whatever it is, I don't have it. Here you are. Okay. It's probably even more, well, that I might be able to get up in the sun tower, but we'll see how that goes. Yes, you can already see the significant improvement in DPS even right now. There's the blueprints. Sanguine chest 6. Hey. Do I care though? Because I already have kind of the maximum amount of stuff that I'm expecting to get for the most part. Not all that concerned about grabbing a bunch of... Not all that concerned with grabbing a bunch of, say... damage return. Don't even have like the retaliation rune things on. Maybe I should at some point in time. Kind of take, you know, lifesteal, basic damage up stuff. Bread and butter sort of things rather than worrying too much about trying to maximize gimmickier sources of damage. How would you even call that? Ow. But hey, look at how much health I got. That makes that very worthwhile. You know what? In fact, speaking of that, maybe I'll just go for this right now. Yeah, you know what? Here, let's do it. I feel confident in my ability to take these things out. I feel like I can do it relatively quickly. Yeah, it's not even that bad. Although, you know, I'm going to have to be at least a little bit slightly more cautious right now. I'm trying to just get to a point where I can hit things. Come on now. I'm not gonna die here, but still, I should not. This is me being overconfident because of the amount of DPS I have and everything right now. That'll do. Got 220 resolve left as well. Which says to me that I really should just go take every and any one of the relics. I was gonna say artifacts again. That I can take, because why not? Anything? Yes. Oh, this is also a pretty good place to try and clear out the trial artifact, but, you know, you do have to get there first. Give me all that, too. I deserve it. Yeah, like this thing, I don't even know what this thing is. I don't even really care all that much about getting it. But... oh, man. Okay, come on. Yeah, what is this? Mid-sized projectiles and whatever? Because I just can. Probably be useful in some way, I'm sure. Right. Can't forget that those things explode. Which I also... oh, yeah, no, this... okay, well... maybe this is also just going to make this extremely frustrating for dealing with, I don't know, these platforms around here as well, but, well, I already took it. Can't untake it, unfortunately. Destroys projectiles, though. I don't know. Yeah, here's where they're keeping all the blueprints. And that one I might actually be able to use. Because, you know, do need quite a bit of extra, you know, materials of all kinds. For whatever reason, the Midas thing does not give you gold. It just gives you more ore and whatever. There's no reason to even destroy that. Why am I doing it? Okay. Been able to dodge those things actually fairly well. I feel like all the stage hazards, not too bad, really. Oh, I think maybe if I just go to the... Actually, that's probably the... Taking a look at it, I think the thing that's up here is, in all likelihood, the lore area. It's like the right size for it and everything, but yeah, okay. No. As it turns out, I was correct. Is there anything else that I can get to easily? Because that should be the other special area, which will have some other relic in it. Obviously died here a little bit too quickly to be able to check everything with the cartographer character, but such is the way that works sometimes. Really, I feel like I got enough stuff here to be worthwhile. All right, no more I was kind of expecting a blueprint, to be honest. I've been getting so many already that it just sort of feels like a foregone conclusion that every time I open up a chest, it's just going to be another cutscene there. Remember, 9. Oh, here we go. How did I miss this one? Strange. Give me something good. Give me something good. Nah, come on. Yeah, okay, you know what? Even more. Naturally 100% more damage, essentially. And I do believe that even works on the poison itself. Like when the poison is dealing damage, it is also getting buffed up by the catalyst. Well, at least I think I get my... Okay, so when I land on there, I still fall through immediately, but I do believe I get my double jump back at least, so that does make that a little bit easier. Even though, again, I don't know if this is a particularly good item for this area. Maybe for some of the bosses. That is a... Okay, that is clearly an extra large chest mimic. Yeah. And then it shrunk there specifically just to then it shrunk there specifically just to die. Oh, totally missed that. Nice. I mean, I need it. We'll see if I can even unlock it, though. All right, what else now? No. Sun and poison? Yeah, did fire and poison? Sure. Now I'm actually starting to... Now I'm actually starting to run out of resolve. But at the same time, this is more or less everything that I could want. Because the fire I don't think as powerful in like boss fights as just the poison. Because the poison, of course, benefits from being on enemies for a long time. After what, 6 seconds I think it is, it starts to do critical damage, whereas fire is just the last couple. We'll see if there's anything else I want to take before I go grab that. Before I go grab another one of the Pandora boxes. Because, hey, that is another 50% extra resolve, so, you know. Still, though, as of right now, I just don't even have... Great. Have anything I want to take. Maybe that'll change. Puzzle challenge. I don't know how to do it. I'll be honest here. It's one of those things that I know if you have flight or something like that, then you can... Because the way those platforms work is really weird, these things. When you jump off of them, they reset back to normal. But if you're standing on them... Well... All right, get out of here, everybody. Okay, if you're standing on them, then yeah, you can like fall off. But then if I jump again, it'll rechange one more time. So I don't know how I would do that with this character. Other characters, maybe something. But this one, not so much. Send me back to the beginning. go get a little bit more health, and then I guess go into the Sun Tower. Maybe I'll find something good in there. After all, I did very explicitly not explore any of it. So, perfect. Good to see early enemies getting taken out with one swing. Very explicitly didn't explore any of it, so it's like, there's a good chance there's probably something else, right? That's the way I see it. All right, plenty more area to look through here. It's all just stuff to destroy. Ah! Oh man, these things are annoying. Is it enough to take out you in one hit? Not quite. Still 2 hits. For whatever reason, the wizards going against all... Oh? All right. Well, let's see if I can't get something... I mean, okay, yeah, fun, but... Is it worth it? I kind of already have it. Like, Spore Burst might be good. But being able to just get rid of a lot of projectiles is probably a little bit better. Yeah. If I was going to take any sort of... If I was going to take any sort of guess, yes, I would... Yeah, got it. That's stupid. But doesn't matter. Destroy all targets, lose no health. I'll give it a try, I guess. It's so loud when you have so many different elements. Oh, well, never mind. It's got that Forager style, I think, stacking of all of the sound effects. Because I remember, like, that exact sound effect, too, was the thing that made Forager, when I did a stream of that, like, almost unwatchable. Because it was just so loud by the end. Everything constantly pumping out resources. Yeah, I guess I got one more thing I could go get up there, but none of them were very good. Re-rolled that as many times as I could, but it was just like, yeah, kind of just junky artifacts. All right, what else you got? What else? Still got a good 30 resolve after all for even more things. Oh. Yeah, Spore Burst. Sure. Just explodes after a short time. Should be a little bit easier to use. Doesn't have like a big cooldown like the prismatic thing does. There's the reason why I didn't really want to use that. Sure, whatever. Ah. Okay, I just keep running into every single enemy, but it doesn't matter. See, this is why maybe I should be looking at getting the return damage stuff. Because this is stupid. Okay. Okay, Sun Tower. Sun Tower, I got a ton of artifacts, ton of health. It's looking very nice. Now, nice enough to actually take on the boss? Potentially. And I did do Enoch, and I very, very close, got very, very close to actually beating him last time, too. So I do think that it might be worthwhile to actually look at some of the new bosses instead. Not worry too much about trying to beat the same one that I showed last time. Because if I fail, of course, then it is an entire other run that you gotta do to actually see him again. But here, we do have a boss that I haven't seen as of just yet, and even a lot of hazards. Yeah, we got ghostly, what are those guys? Dragon Lancers, I believe they're called. That class. They got like the lance, they got like the horns and everything. I guess Irad was supposed to have been, I don't know, the head of those guys in the past, which is why we're seeing them here. It was in one of the many lore things. We might end up seeing that. If I do in fact beat the boss. But it's honestly not even that bad. Because those guys work the same way that the ghost projectiles, like the one that's following me right now, works. They just, they will just explode on a single hit. In fact, you can even use them to give yourself a boost if you kind of pogo jump off of them. It's really not too bad for just getting around. So I don't know if I would call it that much of a detriment. You know, like here. Like that sort of thing. It still is yet another projectile that you kind of have to worry about. Nice. Still is another projectile you kind of have to worry about, so... Okay. Something to think about. Resolve, of course, is always welcome, and a rune that will give me, 10% extra resolve? Not bad. Will I be able to afford that at all? No. When will I be able to afford it? I have no idea. Everything's so expensive now. The hubris of trying to get 9 levels of a rune. Come on. Good damage, though. Obsidian trinket. I think that one is vitality? So, you know, more max health. Not more like regen, though. Which, of course, is what I want. The regen has been keeping me in the game, literally and figuratively, for quite some time now. Okay, the damage over time is making these guys just activate their teleport automatically. Which is whatever. I can deal with it. This looks like there should be something here. Secret wall in one way or another, but I don't see it. We almost there? No. There is a mystery thing, though. More relics, more trinkets of all varieties. Potentially. Or just nothing. It could be nothing. Now this one I do see. Just leads to a chest, though. I recognize this room. Which is nice and everything. I mean, I do have like 300,000 gold right now, but, you know, if I had a character that had like vegan, eating meat hurts you, gives you like I would have like 1 million gold right now. Because it's not even that big of a deal with the whole lifesteal thing. Okay, take that thing out. There we go. I don't even know if I took any damage from that. Good. Those things are kind of annoying because, especially like being massive, the tankiness would make them kind of difficult to take out quickly, but did it anyway, which says a lot for future boss fights. Sure, whatever. Not ideal, but... Well... Okay, so this is one of those ones where you have a mini-boss, but then also a whole host of other dudes be fighting. Which is alright. Because I feel like this is one of the less threatening ones. Being mostly immobile. Good. Take you out. Take you out. Just kind of keep getting at least 1 hit in on everything so they get all of the many, many damage over time modifiers here. And then I get out of that with full health. Good. It's looking good. Good enough to actually beat the game? We'll see. I don't know what the new final bosses are going to be like, and if it's anything like some of the ones I've been encountering now, probably going to be too tough to read on my first try, even with a good run. Certainly 2 bosses will probably be like that. Betting Kane is not going to be the easiest... The easiest foe to fight at any level. Well, there's +9, which is the maximum. Can't get any higher than that. What a tricky area. Ugh. I got it, though. Okay. Damage over time, still doing amazing. Never doubt the power of just the dots. They have great potential, after all. Source of passive damage. You do not need to worry about... do not need to worry about killing enemies if they... The greatest weapon that cuts on their own. There you go. They'll just say the Wayne June line. Stupid darkest dungeon, just saying everything I want to say much better. More eloquently. With a good voice actor behind it. Tell ya. Jealous? Absolutely. How could you tell? Okay. There we go. What do you got? Okay, okay. Only one reroll, but these things are... I gotta say, not that important. Not that impressive. I'm just gonna keep continuously getting hit by everything until I finally get up to the top, which is here. Good. And +4. Got plenty more of those to get. Let's do the boss. This is not quite literally everything. It is most everything, though. Yes, and if you're thinking right now, so is this just like that one boss that you showed yesterday? Yes! It's just in a larger arena. Yeah, no, the comparison, well, actually, it's somewhat different. You know, for example, that attack didn't come after that. Also, sorry for all the flashing. Man, did not realize it was going to be this ridiculous. Phase 2. Going well, though. Of course, I did also have a lot of practice against Kid Irad. Still cannot believe they called it that. All right, this one obviously can't even hit Irad, or what? Maybe you can, but not easily. So it's a ad fight instead. Also, unique arena for it. I feel like they went all out for this particular boss. Whoa, that was close. That was so close that I got hit right there. Okay, I hate these things. Oh, thankfully you do actually heal from those with the lifesteal. And yes, now even more. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So the previous one was the Betrayer of Kings. This one is the Banishment of Nama. I'm just gonna do that. Not bad damage though. Oh my god. Oh! Hey, nice! And then... what's this next one? Because, man, he just keeps going. The Broken. And this time we got 4 eyes. I was talking before, it's just like, why is this guy 3 eyeballs? Oh, no, 4 eyeballs. Oh, no, you don't understand. 4 eyeballs. Okay. Oh. Thank God, I was thinking about how easy this was before. So glad to see that we now have a 4th one thrown into the mix. Nice. Oh, I should have tried to hit like 2 of them at once. Okay. This is ridiculous. It's going okay, though. As previously said. Yeah, no, that actually did it. Wow. And that is that boss. Man, it is a boss. Yeesh. Having a real powerful run, it's just... you got it. I could probably do it at like a lower level and everything, but right now, oh my god, it is just... it is a lot of things to keep track of at once, and then it's also an endurance boss on top of that. That is described as Irad after his metamorphosis is complete. So the assumption would be then that he was not always a bunch of eyeballs, I guess. But I don't know. I still feel like I didn't get the info on why exactly he's eyeballs. Yes. Getting the dragon. And there's the 20,000 dragon lancers. Laden the dragon, as we've seen. Very much successful. Hey, Hestia's Reliquary. That's the one that I got. That's the one that apparently Adam and Eve. No, what were the characters' names? Abel and Cain. This is one Abel got. Man, Abel and Cain. But that is that is this game. Oh. And like I said, still going to be doing all the lore. Of course. So, yes. There you go. That is why one of the phases was referred to as the Betrayer of Kings. Still does not explain the eyeballs. And they even got like the picture of his eyeballs right there. Yes, Irad was the strategist, but Lamech was the actual soldier and person who trained everybody, apparently. Everybody was trying to betray the king, as it turns out. Which is no surprise, that guy seems like a jerk. Given what we've seen of him previously. And then the rebellion happened. And there you go. Bunch of magic trees. I don't really know if there's too much you can do about that. So, there is that one. An implication that there's with the eyeballs, I don't know. But it's just... Regardless, I guess then he turned out to be Kidder in the first game? I don't know. What a very strange... if that's supposed to be a connection, not just a reference, it's hard to say. And that could be the case. Could also be that, no, that's literally just Irad again in the first game as the first boss. Somehow. Probably not, though. Man, I'm just gonna go, because I do remember very vaguely that the boss, the actual boss, yeah, is just right here. Go in, see if I can't make this one work this time. Yes, I already saw you. Okay, I guess it's a good thing I held out the shield. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna run in here, I suppose. Which is maybe not a bad... which was a bad idea, it seems. But whatever. I didn't take that much damage. Only I still had the shield out. Okay. This is actually a very preferable... That is a very preferable sort of... Yeah, nice. Attack to be using, and then got through that phase nice and quick. Man, the damage, again, is just absolutely incredible on this run. Yeah. Look, it's I know the joke at this point in time. Okay. Maybe get at least like the maximum of, I believe, 10 stacks of poison on here. I'm already halfway down. So I think that it's looking very likely. Again, this just says how powerful Irad was. That I'm chewing through this amount of health this quickly. Still gotta at least be somewhat careful, though, clearly. Okay, whatever. You know what? I don't need to be that careful. We're done. It's still looking good. Looking good. All right. And then one more boss left to go. Although I still do have to do the mini bosses as well. So I'm going to have to go get a little bit more health before doing this. Are y'all ready for lore again? That's right. We're doing the lore. And I got to see a little bit of... the previous thing when I was on that one ledge in the previous episode, but should be able to... It should make sense anyway. Even without every and anything else. I mean, I think like the story of the game is pretty easy to piece together with the many bits of lore that you can actually find. So against the previous game where it's just like, I don't know, there's like a clown here and stuff. I mean, you do get plenty of clowns in the game as one of the many traits that you can get. Allows you to spin jump off of walls, which is again how I got that the eggplant man. But you know, it is not that good. I don't know. I don't really think the ability to spin jump off of walls is quite helpful. It's maybe if I didn't have the double jump and everything, you know, it's sort of like the funny fart ability from the very first episode, where that was really good when I was getting the one heirloom. Not as good after I got double jump, actual double jump. I could even technically get a whole bunch more double jumps if I wanted to. Trying to use some of the runes, but Well, eventually you ended up poisoning the king instead, so. And then I managed to kill Irad anyway, even before killing you, so how about that? What a strange thing is happening right now. Yes, and this, I guess, feeds into the whole threads, the New Game Pluses that I've been going through. That seems like a reference, but I honestly don't know. Maybe to Full Metal Furies or something like that. Wouldn't surprise me. They had the one trait. One of them is a giant one being guarded by a bunch of people who... I'm trying to make an Elden Ring reference. And then I couldn't come up with anything. Also spoilers for that game and everything, so, you know. Yes, the dumb fake out is indeed an important part of the lore of this character. The fact that he's a mimic chest. and is using a puppet to fight you like that. And then that is the piece of text that I read over on the observation platform, which is, you know, why I wanted to show that in the first episode. Where am I going now? Maybe go to the throne? There's a few unexplored areas around there. Sure, a few enemies to fight. After all, I should only need to fight a couple to really get all the health back I need to do the mini-bosses. And then on the actual bosses, I get a full heal, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Anything else? Actually, yeah, plenty. I did leave quite a few enemies around here. Then I'm running headfirst into them to make sure that I don't actually gain any more health. You know how that is. My sense of wanting to keep the challenge alive, even to my own detriment. Okay. Keep taking them out. I still got hit by that. Didn't get hit by that one, though. Okay, come on. This should be enough to do pretty much anything. 1,300. And you saw the DPS that I was pulling out there. I should be totally fine to fight anything coming up here. There's the throne. This... It's not... Is that close, really? Not really, but... I guess... It doesn't matter which teleporter I end up going to. They're both going to be very annoyingly long regardless. A big trip. Here, what's up here? What is up here to the left first? Maybe I can do a little bit of extra damage and get me some cool health back. On top of money. Health is really more the thing I'm looking for right now. I would give up some of my 500,000 or whatever gold just for a little bit of health right now. Don't get to do that in this game. It's more of like a Dungreed thing. All right. With 1,000, is that enough? Yeah, it should be enough. Okay, it's not looking like enough now. Well. Hubris before the fall and all that. Ah! Alright. There's you down. Yeah, watch out, because it throws a whole ton of stuff when doing that. Okay. Should be okay as long as I keep a good distance here. And then, of course, the explosion every time I jump is not really doing me any favors either. Okay. Just kind of watch out. Because I will definitely die if I get hit even a single time by this character. Okay, there we go. Got hit there once with the spikes, but that's fine. Man, that would have been embarrassing to have lost the run there. After beating 2 bosses, no less. Of course. But alright. Got one more super boss left to go. And then the ones that I haven't even seen before. Which I'm sure, as you can probably tell right now, are not going to go super well, given how the rest of this has been. But I'm going to try. Gonna see what I can do. Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe I'll just die against this boss. I don't know. There's a good possibility either way. Yes, yes, yes. Same thing. Except it's not long ago. Now it's in the past because it's the Prime version. Fighting on top of... He actually has an explosion too. That's the one thing I remember from last time I fought him. fighting on top of the dragon as it's flying, which is pretty good. See if I can at least nail one of them there. That'll work. Go. And yes, this was the first point in time that I saw the fun whole bunch of huge amount of the hands and everything flying around, because it did appear in this fight originally. Oop. A little bit improved version. Oh yeah, and then they come back too. I forgot about that. My mana back and everything, really. Oh man, it's actually going really well, though, all things considered. Okay. This is also just in general a very good build for taking out all of his armored fellows. Okay, come on now. Oh, the tiny areas are really not helping here. And I got 2 of these, but I think I got this one in the bag. That'll do. Whew. Yeah, this is just a good build, you know? Can I see the head of the dragon? No. Just the back. Man, that would be like a genuinely very difficult fight if I didn't prepare so much for it. Because you can see that there were plenty of times that I just kind of got myself in a corner, and that would have been bad. Yeah, not quite anything else of interest left to talk with the dragon. I do believe that the dragon, across a bunch of runs, you can get a lot of extra dialogue. Obviously, maybe not that important when I'm, already getting a lot of extra lore doing this already. But, it would be something to see, like trying to go talk to the dragon every single run to see what changes. I've only gotten a couple snippets of it, but that would also be a lot of extra runs, like a lot of them. So, I don't know. Also, yes, the urn. I've seen in some of the Scar areas that you can get a cracked urn relic that gives you like 10% extra health and damage. I don't know if I've ever seen that in the regular game, though. Just in the Scar areas. Maybe it's extremely rare, because it does seem to be pretty rare even in the Scar challenges. But still, I think that you would be able to get that sometimes, because, I don't know, 10% extra damage and health is pretty good. Also, lore-related things. Speaking of, like, Irad being eyeballs, Tubal is just like, he just seems to be one of the roots in a suit of armor. I don't know. Yes. Gotta go kill all of them. Just as I've been doing. Exactly as I've been doing. And then Tubal, once again, still the one that actually started the whole rebellion in the first place, but apparently was not actually the king or any of them loyal to the king, and any person loyal to the king that ended up feeding him to the dragon, it seems, because he also did this. And as we know from the skeleton fight, that, well, a lot of dudes happen to survive that whole ordeal there. Oh, yeah. Could have saved me some time. But no. Instead, got thrown into a dragon. And there we go. And so you know the rest of the story. Plus 80% damage on every extra hit. It is... Yeah, the catalyst and, you know, damage over time stuff, very, very powerful. Hey, are you ready for more lore? No, I have actually seen this one before. But as you can see, there's a bunch more! Yes, each one of these appears every single time you do a loop, New Game Plus. And it is... seemingly still continuing, even right now. I mean, I wonder if I got even more specifically because I'm going to be doing a new version of this fight now. Could have maybe done a little bit more exploring around on the map, but I think I've seen most everything I'm going to see. There could be, you know, I could maybe grab 1 or 2 more relics, get some more money and everything like that, but I don't know. I think that this is a pretty good run right now. Yeah. And then I beat him. No problem at all. He's not that hard of a boss, Jonah. He's he goes down relatively quickly with any decent build. And then although it took a ton of different attempts on Cain, I was even able to start to get that boss down to taking like 1 or 2 hits maximum, usually just because I was trying to be to be very impatient. I mean, look, you're in good company, as it turns out. Yes. And each one of the endings is the same. I can tell you that. I've gone through it 7 times now. It's New Game Plus 7, but it's also just New Game, right? So, quite a few. You can't skip the end cutscene, by the way. I'll have you know. Who's Elpice? Is it the New Game Plus character? Whatever. Or he just likes having a lot of money. Yes, no, that was not... Jonah is not apparently the son of Nama and Enoch. But, still don't know who that character is supposed to be. And one more. Yep, still doing quite a few of them. All right. Yes, so I've seen. Plenty. When they gathered, why would you want them to gather up? Although I have no idea how you would do that with the way that some of them happen to work. Yeah, so I've seen. So very many. So very many people being used for other people's goals and everything like that. Okay, what do we got? The Redeemed. Got a little bit nicer outfit, seemingly. What's the deal? Couldn't quite. Still doing good damage, though. Okay, yeah, 4. Also, it looks like you got, what? Ooh, that was close. Okay, phase change. Mark II, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go for parry there instead. Curtis Shell is kill 6 enemies and then you're able to... Ah, I see. Is kill 6 enemies and you're able to block the next hit. This one seems to work, yeah, significantly more different, but definitely has the same sort of like block health stuff. Marble Masterpiece, well, yes, I've been using that myself. Hey. Ah, I can't even see the stuff here, man. Man, I'm not looking good. Not looking too hot. Okay, one more even. What now? Oh boy. But yeah, but you need to actually hit me to make that work though, right? Okay. What? No! You gotta be kidding me there. That was like one more hit left. Oh, come on. Well, seriously now? Oh, really? I got like one, that was like literally one more hit and I was just, I did not know that the pizzas actually did damage as they were flying out of him. What a terrible ending. But, you know, that just means that, hey, I got one more, at least one more run left to do, I suppose. I cannot believe that. Well, hey, 600,000 gold and everything too. But yeah, I suppose next time I'll try and just get a good run right up to the end there. And then, I don't know, maybe just like for the rest of the episode, do a bunch of scars or something.